Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on EURAUD. As usual, if you guys like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. We can see that EURAUD is sitting inside or around a very strong support area. That's why we are looking for buy setups. And the reason why, we can see that this area has been holding for a while, right? So it was acting as support here, resistance, and again, and here as well, of course. Then here resistance, then price broke it upwards, so it's now acting as support, support again, and price is currently retesting it from the upper side. That's why this zone is currently acting as a support, and we are looking for buy setups. We are expecting the price to reject this one, unless, of course, price breaks it down with at least one very big bearish candle or two small bearish candles, then and only then we can say that our support is finally broken and it's now acting as a potential resistance area. In this case, we'll be looking for sell setups on the retest, and the next support would be around here, around 1.36. Let me fix it and make it, for example, in red. And of course, if price reject the support, then the next resistance would be, let me show you, here we go. So starting from here, because we do have many rejections from it, here, and here as well, and we also have one here. So if price reject this one upwards, then of course we'll be looking for buy setups, but we will not buy now immediately or blindly. We always zoom into lower time frames, and we'll do that in a bit to look for extra confirmation and triggers. But in this case, if price reject this one, the next resistance would be around this one, which is around 1.67. Let me fix it. And of course, the next one would be around 1.75. But anyway, let's keep our chart clean for now. And these are the nearest support and resistance that we'll be looking for buy and setups around. So long story short, we'll be looking for buy here, then sell here, unless price breaks it downward, then sell around our support into a resistance, and then we're looking for buy around here. Now we know where we stand the market. We can zoom into lower time frames, but before we do that, we can also see that we've got like a channel forming. We can see that EURAUD obviously is overall bullish, making higher highs and higher lows, and we also have this channel. So our lower one would be acting as a non-horizontal support. So here is the intersection of this non-horizontal support and this support as mentioned before. That's why it's a very strong area to look for buy setups unless price breaks it downwards. So now we know where we stand in the market. We can zoom into lower time frames. Let me zoom into daily before. And we can see that from a medium-term perspective, we are overall bearish, right? So price is making lower lows and lower highs. So lower high and a lower low. So we are currently in a bearish market and the sellers are in full control. And trust me, you don't want to buy a bearish market. That's why we don't buy immediately around support, right? We always wait for a shift in momentum. We want the buyers in this case to prove that they are taking over. So lower lows, lower highs. Here's our previous, here's the first high. Price made a lower high, and again. Here's our last high. So for the buyers to take over, they have to break above this high. So that's what we know from a market structure perspective, that this is a very interesting area, and the last swing that the buyers have to break above to prove control, right? So we will not buy immediately, and of course if price trades lower from here, we are still overall bearish, and we can look for short-term buy setups from here, and then we'll be looking for this full reversal from a medium-term perspective. So now we know where we are in the market from daily and weekly. We can zoom into lower time frames, and some of you already saw this idea. We have a channel, a falling channel. We have weekly support as mentioned before, and we also have this non-horizontal support. That's why we are looking for buy setups. So our trend line is now objective by connecting at least 3 or more swings. And here's our last swing, which we call our trigger swing. So here we go. We are currently waiting for the buyers to break above this one with a momentum or a big candle close, bullish candle close, of course, above this area from at least H4 time frame, because the setup, as you can see, is from H4 time frame. So that's it. You can see that the trend line is valid and it's not broken with a candle close. So it's a typical channel by connecting at least 3 swings as mentioned. And meanwhile, until this happens, until the buyers breaks above this one, we are still overall bearish, and price can even trade lower and lower. And as mentioned from daily, can still break the support down for it to become resistance. In this case, the momentum would be shifted and we'll be looking for sell setups on the retest. But for now, as per the current market conditions, since we are around support, we're waiting for this extra confirmation to buy EURAUD after a break above this area. And as usual, when the buy is activated, the stop loss would be below the previous swing low, and we target a 2-to-1 skew-reward ratio, which would be around this area. And in this case, we'll be looking for sell setups as price approaches our next resistance. That's it for EURAUD, and I'll see you on the next one.